All right, this is a short test for Nichols Marine in Oklahoma, 2006 Volvo Penta, 8.1496. Let me get the light a little bit away so you can see that in there. That is your computer. I have everything connected. I got the throttle body, the throttle actuator. I got actually a multimeter to see what the consumption is on the motor with a meter here. I'm gonna just turn the light on. The computer is now connected. I have communication and probably of the state because I don't have the lever in the right position. I might have some codes in here, which I'm going to erase. And yes, the only code that I have right now is the buzzer open. That's it. So I'm going to start the engine. I lost the sync. So 1 second. All right, now I got the sync back on. Computer is running. We can hear that now. We have injection. And I'm going to show you the throttle body movement, which is moving every single time. That's idle, and we can see the consumption in there. If I let it completely close, which is not supposed to happen in idle, it will go over to a default of like minus 1.6. That's, remember, it's reverse polarity. Closing the motor. I'm going to open it up, and is able to open and close every single time, as you can see here. And the amperage is very normal, around 1.3. I honestly don't like the lever. It kind of like reads sometimes and it doesn't read. I think we have a problem with this one. Not a possible way for me to test it here as far as, I mean, I can probably put an oscilloscope in there, but this one might be not reading. Sometimes I can see that, see how it goes, like it's opening and closing, and sometimes it does not. But it's not because of computer, it's because of the lever. All right, so I'm going to stop the computer from running. So I'm going to turn it off. Computer runs good. And I'm going to do the throttle or driver wire test, which is probably the best thing to do if you are here, because then you can see the values right there. So I'm going to start the test, and you can see that we're like, it will read idle and then off idle, and then it goes to like 41, 61, and then, like 73, 80%. And we can see the throttle body completely moving to a full position. Now it's reading 100%. Definitely we have problems with the actuator, not the computer. This lever is the one that's giving us problem. And right here is the throttle, and the computer is able to completely move back and forth the lever. Again, the readings as far as consumption are going to keep you there, are fine. And we can see that the lever or throttle body is opening 100%, which is exactly what we see here. I want to make sure that I record. I'm going down, as we can see in values in there. To pretty much close, which is right there. So that's an idle values. And I'm now opening back on. And it's doing it every time here, as we can see. Hopefully that I can record the values. I'm going to do it one more time. That's idle values. I'm just going to go slowly. See, now this time it kind of like jump one time and we can see the values. You see how like the percentage it didn't went to correct. And now I can see, well, actually it's going all the way to open. Let it go. Sometimes this lever, and that's very important to try this like that, let it go and so on. This is the test you should do on the throttle. It is opening and closing very good. I'm gonna go from 0 to, fully open. I don't like the amperage of, like, keeping it closed is like almost 5 amps. But that's just reverse polarity to keep it closed. It is opening and closing every single time. All right, so those are completely closed throttle. Going very slow. If I see any jump, no, it did 100%. That's like fully open. The lever commanded completely, and yeah, the throttle is pretty much 90%. That's commanded. Try to see if those values change for some reason. Yeah, I don't like the way the TCP sometimes doesn't read, like the TCP1 is staying like in 0 and then boom, jumps. The refresh rate on ICOM is not really the best for this. They're gonna have to use a piercing wire and the oscilloscope to see this. But the throttle body is opening and closing all the way. Yeah, I guess to like now it reached 88%. 87%, that's the position there is calling for that. And it's, 0.8, 800 milliamps of draw, which is normal. But it is closing and open every single time. All right, so I'm going to put an oscilloscope and the signals in here as far as the CCP1 and 2 and the TPS 1 and 2 to see what the readings are as far as the actual values, because this is what the computer reads. Doesn't really mean that's what is happening. So with oscilloscope, I can see the signals and I can show you or tell you if we have any problems in here as far as this lever. I mean, you got a brand new motor. I will not think that we have a problem in there, but it might. So let me just double check that, and I'll be right back with another video.